Shout out to my guy Fatal J. We appreciate you clicking that Buy Me a Coffee link and contributing to both the Espresso Fund and supporting the channel. Salute you, my brother. If you're watching this right now, this is your confirmation. And I want to be clear about what kind of confirmation this is because I'm not just saying that to sound good. As y'all know, I've been on here encouraging everybody to stop living on autopilot and start pushing the idea of leaving y'all 9 to 5. That doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow, but quitting the way of thinking that keeps you boxed in, tired, and feeling like life is just something happening to you and not for you. I've also been encouraging y'all to click the link below and grab your own copy of The Science of Getting Rich because it's going to tell you how to think, how to move, and be the foundation for all of the opportunities that's about to open up to you. Today, I want to talk about something specific that a lot of people skip over, and they're wondering why they blocking their blessings, and that's gratitude. I'm not talking about gratitude like saying thank you real quick and just moving on. That's not what we chopping it up about. I'm talking about the principle, gratitude, the law. It's not a feeling, it's a position in your life. Let me explain that in real terms. Most people only feel grateful after something happens, after the money shows up, after the breakthrough, after life finally looks different. That's backwards. Gratitude is what keeps the door open before the result actually shows up. Here's why this matters. When you're grateful for where you are right now, even if it's not perfect, you stop fighting reality. And the moment you stop fighting reality, you start seeing opportunities you were missing before. That's not positive thinking, that's awareness. Think about it. When you were frustrated, impatient, or constantly focused on what you didn't have, your mind was tight, you were reactive, you were rushing, you were stressed out. But once you begin to be grateful, you actually start relaxing. And when your mind is relaxed, you can see clearer. And not only do you see clearer, but your thinking becomes clearer, which opens up the door for opportunities. And that's the law. Gratitude keeps you aligned and thinking in a way that produces results. So I'm going to put this in everyday terms. If you wake up already mad at where you're at, you're going to move sloppy. You're going to make emotional decisions. You're going to overlook chances. You talk yourself out of things. But if you wake up grounded, grateful, even while you're still building, you're moving with intention. And that's the difference. You notice more. You respond instead of react. And you start believing in yourself and trusting yourself more. This is what changes everything. And this is why gratitude is confirmation. Because if you can honestly say, I'm thankful for the clarity I have right now. I'm thankful that I'm awaking to this, and I'm thankful I'm no longer blind to my old ways. That means the shift is in motion. It's already happening. You're literally inside of your change. A lot of people watching this are already doing the work. You're reading, you're listening, you're trying to clean up your act. You're trying to clean up your thinking. And I support y'all on that. But this is the reason you're impatient. You feel like, man, I should be further along by now. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. The fact that you're even aware of your mindset puts you on a whole different level than most people. That alone is something to be grateful for. And here's the part people refuse to understand. Gratitude doesn't slow progress. It stabilizes it. It keeps you from sabotaging yourself right before things start clicking and the dots start connecting. Most people don't fail because they did the wrong thing. They fail because they got frustrated right before the law responded. They quit. They stop being grateful for the process and start resenting it. And resentment blocks flow. So when I say this is your confirmation, what I'm really saying is, if you're still here, if you're still trying, if you're still willing to grow, you're doing the right thing. You have my full support. Gratitude is how you lock that in. Let me give you something practical you can actually use. Every day, ask yourself, what do I understand now that I didn't understand last year? What am I aware of that I used to ignore? What small shift has already happened to me? That's gratitude in motion. Take account for everything every day throughout your day. Become consistent at that, and life is going to start responding to you faster. Not because you're forcing it, but because you're finally aligning and becoming one with gratitude. This is why people who understand this do not panic, because they already know the outcome. They don't rush, they don't compare, they don't spiral. They know that as long as they stay grateful and intentional, results have no choice but to show up for them. So if you clicked on this today feeling unsure, tired, questioning yourself, I need you to hear me clearly. You do not need to do anything outside of gratitude, but recognize it's happening. Give yourself credit, be thankful, and realize it's opening up doors for you you cannot see. You're not behind, you are not late, you're learning right now in this moment, and it's working on your behalf. So take this as your confirmation. Stick with the process. Stay grateful for the awareness you have now, and trust what you're building is real, even if it's quiet right now. And like I always say, if you want to support the channel, grab a book, buy me a coffee. Either is appreciated, but more than anything, I appreciate you for listening, applying, and moving different. Hopefully, you walked away with more value than you walked in with. And I'm hoping that this message did exactly what it was intended to do for you today. Elevate your situation with your creation. And on that note, we're going to end it like we always do. All gas, no brakes. Lock in. Peace.